Most people get this wrong. They think buying crypto is complicated, risky, or something only tech experts can do. But here's the truth no one tells you. Buying crypto today is actually simple, fast, and beginner-friendly if you follow the right steps. The biggest mistake you need to avoid is rushing into the first platform you see without understanding how card payments and bank transfers actually work in crypto. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to buy crypto with a card or bank transfer step by step, even if you have never done it before. You will also learn how to avoid common mistakes, reduce fees, and stay safe while doing it. And here's why this matters. Crypto is becoming a mainstream financial tool, and knowing how to buy it properly gives you control over your money in a digital economy. Let's start right away. First, you need to understand what happens when you buy crypto. When you buy crypto with a card or bank transfer, you are exchanging your traditional money like dollars, rupees, or euros for digital assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum through a crypto exchange. For example, Alex wants to buy Bitcoin. He goes to a crypto exchange, deposits money using his debit card, and instantly receives Bitcoin in his account. But here's where it gets interesting. The method you choose, card or bank transfer, affects speed, fees, and convenience. Let's break it down step by step. We will start with buying crypto using a card. This is the fastest and most beginner-friendly method. Step 1 is choosing a crypto exchange that supports card payments. Most beginner-friendly exchanges allow debit or credit card purchases. These platforms act as a bridge between your bank and the crypto market. For example, Jake signs up on an exchange, completes identity verification, and connects his debit card. Now here's the important part. Verification is required almost everywhere. This is called KYC, or Know Your Customer. It helps prevent fraud and keeps the platform secure. Step 2 is adding your card details. You enter your card number, expiry date, and security code, just like any online purchase. But here's the problem. Some banks may block crypto transactions at first. If that happens, you may need to call your bank or enable international transactions. Step 3 is selecting the crypto you want to buy. You can choose Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any supported coin. For example, John decides to buy $100 worth of Ethereum. He enters the amount and reviews the transaction. Now here's where it gets interesting. Card payments are usually instant, but they may come with slightly higher fees compared to bank transfers. Step 4 is confirming the purchase. Once you confirm, the exchange processes your payment and instantly adds crypto to your account wallet. That's it. You now own crypto using a card. But let's move to the second method, bank transfers, which works a bit differently. Bank transfers are slower but often cheaper. Step 1 is linking your bank account to the exchange. You provide your bank details or use secure login methods depending on your country and exchange. For example, Alex connects his bank account and verifies it through a small trial deposit. Step 2 is depositing money into the exchange. Instead of buying crypto instantly, you first send money from your bank to your exchange wallet. Now, here's the key difference. This process can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few days depending on your bank and country. Step 3 is using deposited funds to buy crypto. Once your money arrives, you can buy crypto at any time without using your card again. Jake deposits $200 through bank transfer, waits a few hours, and then buys Bitcoin when the price is right. Now here's the advantage. Bank transfers usually have lower fees compared to cards, which is great for larger investments. But here's the trade-off. They are slower. Now let's compare both methods clearly so you understand when to use each one. Card payments are best for speed and convenience. You can buy crypto instantly, which is helpful if the market is moving fast. Bank transfers are best for lower fees and larger amounts. They are better for long-term investors who are not in a rush. Now here's where most beginners make mistakes. They choose the fastest option without considering fees or limits. For example, if John keeps using a credit card for every purchase, he may end up paying higher fees over time. Now let's talk about safety, which is extremely important. Whenever you buy crypto, Always make sure you are using a trusted exchange. Never send money directly to unknown wallets or individuals. Also, always enable two-factor authentication. For example, Alex sets up authentication on his account. Even if someone gets his password, they cannot access his funds without the second verification step. Now here's another important insight. Crypto prices are volatile. That means they can go up or down quickly. So your timing matters. But here's the truth. Most beginners try to time the market perfectly and end up overthinking. A better approach is to start small and learn gradually. Now let's go through a simple beginner-friendly process you can follow right now. First, choose a trusted exchange. Second, complete verification. Third, decide between card or bank transfer based on speed and fees. Fourth, start with a small amount. Fifth, store your crypto safely in your account or wallet. Now here's the important mindset shift. Buying crypto is not just about making money. It is about learning how digital finance works. For example, Jake starts with a small purchase of Bitcoin just to understand the process. Over time, he becomes more confident and informed. Now let's quickly clear a common confusion. Many people think you need a lot of money to start. That is not true. You can start with very small amounts depending on the platform. Even $10 or $20 is enough to learn. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The biggest risk in crypto is not buying it. The biggest risk is using unsafe platforms or ignoring basic security steps. So always double-check the platform, verify links, and avoid scams. Let's summarize everything clearly. Buying crypto with a card is fast and simple, but may have higher fees. Buying with a bank transfer is cheaper but slower. Both methods are safe if you use trusted exchanges and follow basic security steps. If you are a beginner, start small, stay patient, and focus on learning instead of rushing. Crypto is not about speed. It is about understanding and control. Once you master the basics, everything becomes easier and more confident. If you found this helpful, like the video, comment your questions about crypto, and subscribe for more simple step-by-step guides that make finance and technology easy to understand.